Hey Amazon sellers, welcome back to Sterlinx Global, your home of accounting and VAT and sales tax for UK, Europe and USA. Right, so today's topic is going to be about top 10 things to know about sales tax in the USA for Amazon sellers. I've gathered all the important information you must know about sales tax in the USA as an Amazon seller. What is FBA sales tax? So Amazon FBA, as you understand, has got sales tax that you have to pay each time you make a sale in the USA. Now, it depends on a couple of criteria which I'll be covering as well. Now, sales tax is a tax customers pay when they buy a product or service from your store. We all pay sales tax every time we grab a coffee from Starbucks or renew our one of the subscriptions that we have, such as like Netflix or Amazon Prime. Now in your case, obviously it's different because you're selling Amazon FBA products, as in like you're selling through Amazon FBA various type of physical products that you're selling in the USA. So in that case, your actual sales tax topic is slightly different, as well as you must know what you need to do if you have the liabilities and how to figure it out and such. So sales tax is something similar to also VAT in the UK or Europe, if anybody watching from this region, so you know. If you're watching somewhere else where you don't have VAT or sales tax or similar, how to understand it easily is that, so now you sell your product for $10 in Amazon USA using the FBA formula, and on top of that you do have, say, 10% tax, which is called sales tax. And now if the product is $11 or 10.8, how we calculate it, so now that $1 addition on top of that $10 price, okay, has been charged to the customer and he has paid you for that. Now what will happen to that $1? It has to be collected from your account and put it into the government's account, which is a tax authority account in the state where you are selling in the USA. Once that $1 has gone to there are a couple of processes you have to follow, such as like filing, calculation, registration and such. However, in variable figure, that $1 is the actual sales tax that you have charged your clients, and now you're paying it back to the government, similar to VAT and similar to other taxes that you might know of similar type in other countries in the world. The difference between sales tax and income tax. Now, we do get a lot of questions about that. I mean, I'm paying sales tax, do I have to pay income tax? Come on guys, income tax is a completely different thing. Income tax is something that are even not coming close to sales tax. Sales tax is a figure that you collect from the consumers based on the product you're selling, if you're meeting the threshold or nexus of sales tax of the state, and you pay it directly back to the government. There's no other calculations needed. You just collect it, pay it, job done. You are just a media of the actual collection and paying. So you are the middleman. You collect it and you pay it. You're the middleman between the customer and the actual tax authority. Okay. So if I was to explain about income tax and sales tax are not in the same category. Your Amazon FBA income tax is what you pay against your net earnings as a seller. It's not a pass-through tax like sales tax. It comes straight from your pocket. Now, when it comes to income tax, there are different tax brackets as well, and you don't have to pay it unless you make above a certain amount per year. So this is the bold figure difference between income tax and sales tax. Now, if you do have more questions, obviously we're here to help. Number 3 comes on my list is, do you have to pay sales tax when selling on Amazon? Yes, you will have to pay sales tax when selling on Amazon. If you're collecting tax from your customers on Amazon, you must remit that tax to the government to stay legally within their US tax laws and regulations. Guys, this is not avoidable. You must pay, otherwise there are massive penalties or massive fine coming through your way. And you must make sure you comply as well. You're registered when you have to be registered, and you are actually collecting and paying the right tax. Now, this is your responsibility to make sure that you collect and remit it to the government in the correct figure and correct format. It's not the actual selling platform's responsibility. If something goes wrong, it's your responsibility because you are the person who is selling it using their marketplace. All right. Next on my list is, when does an Amazon FBA seller need to collect sales tax? As an Amazon FBA seller, you are required to collect sales tax in states where your selling meets two criteria, or maybe one of the two criteria in most cases. Number one is sales tax nexus. Number two is product taxability. Number 5 on my list is, what is a sales tax nexus? Now, sales tax nexus occurs when your business has some kind of connection to a state. All states have a slightly different definition of nexus, but most of the time, states consider that a physical presence or economic connection creates nexus. You only have to charge sales tax in states in which you have sales tax nexus. If you have sales tax nexus in a state, you must collect sales tax from your buyers in that state. Number 6 on my list is inventory nexus and Amazon FBA sellers. What is the link and what is the relationship between you two? Storing inventory for sale in a state is especially relevant to Amazon FBA sellers. Most state sales tax laws say that this creates a sales tax nexus. From their point of view, any online seller who uses resources in their state has nexus. For this reason, FBA sellers may have sales tax nexus in a state simply from storing their FBA inventory in an Amazon fulfillment center. So do keep in mind that sales tax nexus can be met by economic or physical presence. So these are two that I've just explained in 5 and 6 if you want to watch it back. Next on my list is an important exception for the FBA rule. Now, there are some important rules are in place to the FBA sellers because of the relationship that Amazon has with the local tax authorities. Now, nearly every state with an Amazon fulfillment center now has a marketplace facilitator law in place. Now, states with marketplace facilitator laws consider the online marketplaces such as like Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and Etsy to be responsible for collecting sales tax on behalf of the sellers. This is mostly good news for online sellers. If you sell on a marketplace, that marketplace is required to collect and remit the sales tax on your behalf. However, you are likely still required to hold a valid sales tax permit and file sales tax returns in states where you have sales tax nexus, or your marketplace collects and remits your sales tax on your behalf. So do ensure to get this checked out, and you can always hire an attorney, a tax advisor, or somebody like ourselves, or actually ourselves, to get this checked out for you, making sure everything is in correct alignment. Next on my list, which is number 8, comes product taxability. So determine if what you're selling is taxable. Now, generally, tangible personal property is taxable while services are not taxable. Some common product categories are not taxable or taxed differently in some states as well. Now, these categories include things like groceries, clothing, as well as textbooks. If you have questions about whether or not the products you are selling are taxable, you can check with your state's taxing authority, and they usually clarify this on their website. But then again, if you need to clarify with somebody, a specialist, you're more than welcome to speak to us. So moving to number 9, how to collect sales tax on Amazon. Now, Amazon charges around, or it could vary depending on when you're watching this video, they might have changed it by now. So while I'm recording this video, is 2.9% of each transaction in order to collect sales tax. So there is a fee, it's not free. So then again, you need to calculate that into your actual strategy, how much margin you're making. That this 2.9% is a big killer. So Amazon is quite smart, they're making enough profit from you already, but then again, they're also making more money by doing the transactions, and 2.9%. The alternative is, however, is not to collect sales tax from your Amazon customers and instead pay out out of your profit. That depends completely on your own calculations if you want to do that or not. But my personal preference would be keep it simple and go through the actual 2.9% at Amazon. So number one option is set up sales tax collection on Amazon FBA, and number two is set up product tax codes on Amazon FBA. Now these are the two tasks you must do, and make sure that you follow accordingly according to the Amazon setup process. Number 10, and the last one on my list, how to report and file Amazon FBA sales tax. Now report collected Amazon FBA sales tax. In a way you can do is like, you could download a report from Amazon or use sales tax automation and file Amazon FBA sales tax returns online and or automatically via sales tax software. So there are two things you can do, right? So number one, you could actually download the Amazon sales tax report from Amazon FBA. Then basically what you could do is calculate it manually and file it with the relevant tax authorities. All right, or you can use something like TaxChart, and for which I put a link down the description below. So TaxChart can actually automatically collect, calculate and file that for you, as well as if you have any payment due also the facilitator agreement, then you can set up a direct debit TaxChart through your bank. Then basically TaxChart will automatically collect it from your bank and remit it to the government for you on your behalf, so you don't forget. It's quite important that basically you have this set up, otherwise you could be responsible for actual number of penalties and fines that would come your way. So this is the whole reason of doing my videos, so you guys can actually save time and money and so much headache later on down the line. So it's quite important that you follow the actual instructions and have some of these points actually dig through properly and speak to one of us to give you more details if you have any question. Right, so thanks very much for watching our video, and thanks very much for supporting us, and I'd like to thank you for staying that long as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button, and just drop a question, guys, and I'll get back to you. All right, and yeah, all the best, and catch you on the next one. Have a good day.